Can't you mighty Saints?
Isn't it just like winning's always good?
Yes.
Duh. But something about when we win against a big club
Yep.
is great. It's just like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also when we beat them and they drop out of the 8, it's just the thing of beauty, isn't it?
That was the planes crashing.
Well, thank you for clarifying.
Bye-bye.
Oh, how good.
Okay.
Welcome to Red, White and Black Chat, everybody. Welcome, Soz. Welcome, Kat.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm back.
Yes. And it's good to have the crew
Yeah.
back together after such a big win.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 How-
And what a win.
How good was it?
We've won 3 out of the last 4. Like, who are we?
Okay, so I looked today on like the program that the AFL app do on a Monday with Lloydie and Damo and Nat Edwards. On the form ladder from round 12 onwards, we sit 6th on
Yeah.
the form ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saints Footy, baby.
Yeah.
I reckon in
That's
my
it.
eyes, number 1. I look at every other team, I'm like, shit, Saints good.
Well, statistically, I'm just saying 6th. And like, it's like, of course the woulda, shoulda, couldas, isn't it? But like,
Yeah.
our season, I don't think tells a real tale. We've had some really shit moments this season, do not get me wrong. But how many games have we won by under a goal? Lost by under a goal?
Yeah.
10.
Right.
Do you want to hear another stat like on that note, Sarah?
Please.
So obviously all year we've been talking about entries inside, forward 50, la, 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 la. Okay, everybody knows the story because it's the same shit. So from round 0 to round 16, our average forward half scoring involvements was 27 points. So we were ranked 18th, right?
What's that forward half scoring?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because Saints Footy, baby. And then in round 17 to round 20, our average forward half scoring involvements was 45 points, which leaves us 6th in the comp.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And look at what happens when we improve that not tiny part of our game, but that part of our game. And we have won 3 out of 4.
Yeah. It's
one against the ladder leaders.
Yep.
Bombers were the top 4 for most of the season.
top 2 for most of the season. Like,
And belted.
West Coast.
Yeah, and we belted West Coast.
Yep.
yeah. And rightfully so. And we belted the Bombers. I actually was worried that we were going to give away a few
Yeah, we
in
did.
junk. We did.
we did.
That we're going to give away a few in junk time and not look as good. But yeah, we buried them.
Yes.
They were like, I know there's been a lot of time, and I don't want to take the whack from you. We'll come back to talk about the media, but we talked about in round 2, I think we played them, how like we were adamant that we lost that game.
Yep.
They didn't win it.
Yeah.
Essendon weren't great on the weekend, but we absolutely put them to the sword.
Yep.
That
we
was
did.
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I heard it as well, and shout out to Super Sub Anna who gave us this stat as well. Cooper Sharman had more marks in the 3rd quarter than Essendon did in the entire match.
The entire Essendon side.
Yeah.
One man. The best man.
I'm just saying, get the receipts out from the podcast, get them out from all the way back when everyone's like, I don't know about Cooper, my boy, Coopy.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It was me. I know. I stand corrected.
I'm just saying, like, Cooper Sharman on the weekend, he got 10 coaches' votes and he delivered what a lot of us, me, I'm going to celebrate this while I can. He was outstanding on the
Yes.
weekend.
He got a HD,
It was marking everything. What's an HD?
a high distinction, the uni grades.
Well, that's what I thought too. I was like, but like, what do I not know?
Sorry, I probably, the running joke that we have because he's a uni student.
Yeah.
Okay, it was funny in my head.
I've
Sorry.
had 2 hours sleep.
I've got my black boots on today for Cooper Sharman.
Yes.
Black boots for Coop.
Yes, back boots for Coop. And we could talk for weeks and weeks about Cooper's game. We could.
Yep.
But I think it was really telling on the weekend that we didn't make our sub, Hugo
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Side note, massive match for Sandy on Sunday, which was awesome. But yeah, I'm not sure. Has anyone done that this year? Not use their sub?
I haven't seen it so far, and
Yeah.
Not in a Saints game anyway, not that I've noticed.
But it's exciting though,
I don't
isn't
really
it?
pay much attention to
That's fair.
any other games unless if
Irrelevant.
it's Carlton losing.
Which also happened on the weekend. But
Oh, weekend.
it's what a weekend, right? Huge. But that's pretty telling, right? Because it's almost an easier conversation to say well, you couldn't say who was our best because it was a really consummate team game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had shown, and I think I can speak on behalf of all of us, if you had shown us that list, like the team who played that lineup, maybe 6 weeks ago and said, this is the side that's coming up against the Bombers, we probably would have laughed.
Yeah.
Look at those names in the midfield. We would have laughed and we would have been like, yep, 80 plus points, screwed, done. They proved us all wrong, I think.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying because it's the tail end of the year, I definitely haven't walked in feeling extremely confident, but like also we don't have anything to play for, right? Actually, so I'll set off air.
We did I did a ladder predictor last night, and we can still make the finals.
So we actually do have a lot to play for.
Yeah.
Is it Dumb and Dumber where Jim Carrey's like, so you're saying there's a chance?
There is definitely a chance. Melbourne just can't win another game for the season.
Well, I love a mathematical chance.
Anything can happen. That's Saints
That's
Footy.
Saints Footy, baby. I have a bit of a conspiracy theory.
Ooh, I love those.
Yeah. Look, I don't know anything about anything. I think that's evident. But that Ross Lyon knows exactly what he's doing and that we're hitting our straps at just the right time of the year to do two things. Firstly, I think to conjure up some positive press about anyone that we're planning to offload at the end of the year or trade.
Yep.
All right. So there's some currency in those players.
Yep.
Second of all, it's a game plan that's clicking and that can give us some optimism into next year. So it's not all doom and gloom. We hopefully won't cop as much of the heat as we have deservedly copped throughout the year.
Yeah.
And thirdly, I think it is players who are sort of those fringe players, sort of are they in, are they out? It's giving them the opportunity to say, well, this is the game plan. Yeah, this is how, if you're going to be in the side, this is how you need to play. It's either going to work or it's not, because how else do you describe the form change of players like Burns? Riley Bonner was unreal on the weekend. I thought he was great. You know,
he listens to Red Wine Black Chat.
Obviously he does. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about such a drastic change where I would absolutely fight anyone who said that Essendon lost this game rather than we won it.
Oh, 1,000%. Actually, on your note, Sarah, about Ross, I saw this post on Reddit and I screenshotted it because I wanted to have a chat about it. And yes, I like Reddit.
I was going to say Reddit is
you're over all
deep
the
dark
social
hole.
media.
I know Reddit's so random, but like I like to scroll.
Yeah.
And I like to think that it's a better pastime than TikTok. So here I am. Hopefully the past fortnight will silence the doubters over Ross Lyon and the game plan that he has implemented. Anyone with a clue wouldn't have had any doubt over the game plan, but for the casuals, the skills are finally starting to click, which pulls together the forward half scoring, which we spoke about before, to complement the defensive 50 scoring, which we were already elite at. Goals from the centre bounce clearances are also improving, which they are, with some continuity in our midfield. We smashed a midfield consisting of players like Merritt, Parrish, Caldwell and Stringer, and more than doubled their score from our stoppages.
Yeah,
that kind of is a really good summary of the game, right?
It is a good summary. And look, I mean, we can't totally turn a blind eye to, like, Darcy Parish is injured and shouldn't have been in that side. I really feel for him. Jake Stringer is, I don't know.
I didn't even see him.
Well,
was he playing?
He's a wave player, right? Like when you're running the wave and it's high, he's up and about.
I can have an entire podcast on Stringer.
Where is he? Yeah, shocking tats. But yeah, no, that's it. I think that's a really good take.
Yeah,
a really good take, because you're never as good as you think you are, you're never as bad as you think you are. Yeah. We just seem to be gelling.
Yes,
and starting maybe to build a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Steely got asked post-interview if he feels frustrated, post-match interview, asking if he feels frustrated because we're just starting to mesh now. And he was like, yeah, look, it is frustrating, but we're ending our season in a positive note. And he's so right. So, you know, players will end the season, finals or not, but like, you know, finals would be nice. End it on a positive note, have a ripper preseason. Yes. And, you know, come refreshed and then win the flag next year.
Obviously.
Like, yeah,
It's the strategy.
like
Honestly,
elite.
I don't see us losing another game. Like,
Well, but this is the thing, right?
I really don't see us losing another game this season.
But
You
were
got to be
saying,
right about that too.
you were saying, Kat, like, we've got nothing to play for. I respectfully, I disagree. I think we've got to play for pride, and that can be the
Yeah.
biggest driver. We can throw caution to the wind and be like, well, it's unlikely,
Yeah,
not impossible, to play finals.
yeah.
So what have we got to lose? Why don't we just throw caution to the wind? You know?
Yeah, I want to see us. All we wanted all season was to see the boys go out there and put their best effort
Yeah,
in.
No doubt.
And ever since we've beaten Sydney, I think that was the change in tide.
Yeah.
And every week we come out and we just look so much more confident.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming out more happy and we're all working together. Like Zach Jones, I cannot praise him enough right now. He looks like a completely different player
Doesn't
from the
he?
start of the season.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, 6 weeks ago, we would have laughed.
Yeah.
Like, been like, oh, Jonesy, like, smash the VFL. And
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And how many times have we said he's that in-betweener?
Yep.
Yep.
Great at VFL,
Yep.
AFL, got an angry email, star.
Yep. Yeah. That's
and like our midfield
Well,
destroyed
emails say that.
Essendon's. Like all season, people say, "Oh, we have a terrible midfield," but their midfield wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
Our midfield of Steele, Jones, Burnsy, Hunter, Rowe, like
Gosh, what about Hunter on the weekend? Oh, just another excellent
Yes.
game.
I cannot express how intelligent this man is with the footy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I literally cannot fathom his composure. Like, look, okay, so a few little turnovers, but like whatever it is, what it is.
Playing a human game. There's
Exactly.
going to be error.
Yeah. He may not be the fastest. He
he has such a grunt to him.
doesn't
Like
he?
he's always jumping in and
Yeah.
taking a tackle.
Yeah.
And he's silky.
Yeah. Yeah. Silky smooth Hunter.
Mm.
And for our viewers and listeners, I strongly encourage you to go and watch the replay. And with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go, Hunter, there's like a near miss handball to Sinclair, and he stands there and he goes, ah! He just like cracks it. I'm like, babe, we're 80 points up.
Nah, but you love to see that.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
high standards.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
Such high standards. And we like love him for it.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with the way that this bloke plays. He's creep. Watch out, Hunter. He's creeping up there. He's creeping up there.
Watch out, Hunter, for your own safety.
Watch out, Dougal, more like.
Yeah, watch out, Dougal. Oh, dear. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's all around. You look all over the ground and we just had fantastic performances basically from everyone. Again, if you'd told me 6 weeks ago that we would have not only beaten the Bombers, but Caminiti and Sharman were our two main goal kickers.
Yes.
Fantastic. But speaking of goal kicking, we were bloody accurate on the weekend. 17 goals, 6. And
17.
I feel like, footy, you can overthink it, right? But it's a very simple sport at times. You need to be the most efficient with the ball when you move it and when you're kicking at goals. Now, at one point, I want to say it's in the second or third quarter, our disposal efficiency was at 76% or something
who
like
are
that.
we?
Yeah, but but seriously, I'm like, what a difference it makes when we're clean with the ball.
Yeah.
And even, taking those shots, those 3 that they kicked from that pocket, it was Caminiti,
the
it was
same
Hendo,
pocket.
and Memory.
Yep.
Like, look, if you're kicking that and you're missing, fair enough, to be honest. But to go back and just to have the ice in the veins to go back and slot it, what a difference it makes confidence-wise. The team gets the team up, all the good work to get the ball down there.
Yeah.
Big wheels keep on turning.
And Skipper kicked 3.
Oh, Steely.
Yeah.
Wasn't he 3 in a quarter?
Yeah. Highest ranking game under Ross as well.
And yet he's not getting the focus, you know what I mean? The focus is on Sharman and Cameron. I'm not a bad thing, but I almost thought he was best on ground, just about apart from the goal kickers.
Yep.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
And in everything.
And we could talk about every single player that played.
We really could.
I once again just want to give Darcy Wilson some recognition because the bloke just does not stop. Oh, and also we obviously needed to talk about welcome back Machito.
Yeah.
He
The
never
last
left-
2
never left my
weeks.
heart.
The last 2 weeks, his form has been
Yes.
unbloody believable.
It's confidence, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, like you said, it's just like that, the light, the flip. I can never say this saying. The light, the flip is switched.
The light is switched or something?
We've
flipped the switch?
flipped the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
flipped the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a group of people flipping a switch together.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know what day it is, honestly. I'm still
You're on a
high,
high.
off,
You're on a
off,
high.
off the win. But yeah, like he's been so on, and like Wilson's been on, and yeah, it's just the young boys, and
good,
we just
isn't
have
it?
so much to look forward to, which we love.
I want to talk about Caminiti really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So before he got injured, I don't remember what his injury was.
An
Hamstring?
ankle.
We were playing him in the defensive,
Mm.
Yeah,
and
it's
we
good
thought
for them.
that was something that he could be doing for
Yeah.
the future. He looked really exciting. Then he came into the forward 50 and he's slotting goals, and it's like, who is this guy? Where are we going to play him? He has so many options
But he
now.
could be
Yeah.
a swingman, couldn't he?
He
Like,
can do ruck,
yep.
forward, defense.
Yeah.
Love it. Love
And
it.
at the start of the season, we're like, oh, where's he going to go? He wasn't our best kicker
Yeah.
goal. And now there's a man that can go everywhere.
Where would you
Also
put him?
Still young. Still young.
Where would I
Yeah.
put him?
20?
I don't know.
Where
on
would you
the
put him,
ground.
Sarah?
On the ground is where I put him. No, I mean, he could make a career out of being a role player. You know, he doesn't need to be a key position player.
So true.
Yeah. If he can do it and do it well,
Mm.
Bit of a swinger.
why the hell not?
Mm.
Yeah.
Would you swing with Caminiti?
Hello. Yeah, I think where do you think his best position is?
Well, I want to say that our backline is pretty bloody elite,
Mm.
and has worked well for the last 2-3 years quite
Yep.
consecutively well, and not having that much change throughout.
Yep.
So I would chuck him in the forward line. I feel like we have more gaps there.
That's fair. Well, I think as well on the weekend watching the side, I think Max King is in our best side, but I think it demonstrates as well when we're not so Max King centric.
Mhm.
If Max's role is redefined,
Yep.
I think it just again adds strength to
Yeah,
our side.
I think that we need to play him more up
Cheer
the
if you love
ground.
Max King.
I agree.
Woo!
Yeah, that's it. Cheer around for Max King. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if we play him more up the ground, and we've spoken about this multiple times before, he's obviously a lot more confident because our game plan, A, doesn't revolve around him, B, he's not expected to get every bomb that comes to him when he's got the 2 best defenders like on him every single week. So if we play him a little bit more up the ground, and then we keep the likes of Sharman and Caminiti there, and then we've got Higgins and Butler winning flags,
I'm gonna
baby.
say it. I don't think we need both.
Like 3
Butler.
tolls. Oh, sorry.
I don't think we need Butler and Higgins. I feel like right now they're playing a
Oh.
very similar role.
Oh, see, I thought Butler was great.
So
at
did
least,
I.
like further up the ground.
So
Yeah.
did I. I liked him up the ground.
Yeah.
Someone said this. Higgins doesn't like taking a set shot. Dan Butler, I know, hates a set shot.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they're both not but they're both not scrumming it. That's the thing. Like,
I feel like that's why at the start of the year, both of them weren't in the side at the same time because, you know, Ross probably saw, okay, like they're duplicates of each other, whatever. But then there was a period of time where they were working well and not playing. But I do get what you're saying because they do kind of like mesh into doing the same role. But I'm more than happy for Butler to be the one to apply the pressure and then for Snags to be the one to kick goals. But in saying that, he needs to kick the goals,
In
right?
the second half of the year, I feel like that's what Butler's been doing. He hasn't been played forward, and he did some wonderful things on the weekend just to, you know, to bring the ball to ground or to drive it forward and that sort of stuff. I feel you. They shouldn't play the same role.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there then space in the team for both of them? Don't know. There bloody was on the weekend, like there was for everyone. I mean, before we stop talking about individuals, because like you say, we could talk about everyone, I just want to again point out this young crop that we've got coming through because Caminiti is young, so is King, so is Machito, so is Darcy.
Wilson, yep.
It's Nazaya. Oh,
The Messiah.
my God. Oh, my God. Like his game again on the weekend, just huge. At one point, I want to say he had about, at one point, and maybe up to halftime, he had like 300, 400 meters gained already.
Wow.
Like,
He had the
he-
most disposals,
Yeah.
I believe.
I did. He did, I think. Let me just double check. I was looking at the stats just
Yeah, he
before,
did.
but you're right. He had like 30 something, you know, and again, don't get me wrong, Essendon were poor.
Yep.
They were poor on the weekend. Of course they were. But I think it's one thing to play a side that was poor. It was another thing then to play the way we did and just absolutely put them to the sword.
Agreed.
Yeah. So you're right. 31 touches. he was massive. And it's just, again, I'm so excited to watch this kid going forward because he is silky, he is skilled, he is composed and got a cheeky goal if you don't mind.
Yeah. I just hope he's like a one club man. And I feel like he's happy enough with us. And I like to think that the way that the club embraces the Indigenous culture is not an incentive. I feel like that's the wrong word, but you know, he's comfortable and he feels valued and appreciated for who he is.
So he should.
And what he brings to the club. Exactly right.
And he's got his mum in Mason.
Yeah, exactly. Being breastfed by Mason Wood.
Oh, Mason.
You know, I just really feel like the club is embracing the beautiful person that he is and the wonderful player that he is. So we can just keep him and sign him for another 27 years.
That would be good.
And he should be pushing all Australian, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that halfback role, he is killing it every single week.
On fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but he plays for us.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
Well, and then, you know, the conversation again, it continues. Like Rowan Marshall's performance, it was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. It was outstanding. We could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But it was exciting, wasn't it, to go to the footy and just 2 weeks in a row, just watch a really good team performance.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
And to top it off, me and Kat went into the rooms after the game. We've been holding that in the whole time.
Yeah,
we went into the rooms after the game.
Lucky you girls.
Meg,
Shout out to Meg again.
are obsessed with you. And
you.
I am obsessed with you. Yeah. Love you so much, Meg.
Yeah.
And also big thanks to Spider Everett for giving
us his
him our room passes. Like literally pinching ourselves. Like what was that day?
Love it.
Crazy. You go, Soz. Tell them everything.
We had to rush after the game. Like we missed the final siren.
We did, yeah.
Don't worry,
Stressful,
girls.
sweating.
I represented you there, all right? I was cheering and it's for all three of us. It's all good.
But the boys sang the song like 2 meters in front of us. Like I can't even explain. Like we were like whispering the song to like not take over their moment. Because we're like, this is our moment.
And we're like, do we sing? Do we not? And then straight after the song, like random as, one of the workers just like took the ropes off and we're like, oh, so we can like walk up to them? Like we're allowed to do this?
Just mingle.
Yeah, and bless Meg. Meg has the most enormous amount of confidence I've ever seen on a human person I've ever met in my entire life. And it's just like, oi, Steele. And then we'll just chat away with Steele, Stocker, Cheeto, Windy. Thank you, Windy. He likes our memes. And then Dougal Howard.
Yeah.
So as soon as it was time to meet the players, Kat was like, I need to meet Dougal.
Again. He officially knows who I am, which he officially knows who I am, which we love.
No, so you can put a name
did I get
to
an
the
eye roll? Did I get an eye roll, Soz?
No.
Was it a bit like, you again? And I couldn't really tell the vibe because I was like sweating, buckets, screaming, crying, throwing up.
It was also
Ding.
It was also being like dragged away and you're like, no, we have to talk. And he's like, we'll have a talk.
We'll have a talk, relax.
But it was so nice. Got a pic with him and then you met your boy Cheats.
I got a picture with Cheeto. He touched me. And I don't know who
you
was
girls
more,
got to take a deep breath, okay?
I don't know who was more
Calm
awkward,
down.
me or Cheeto, because it was just like the most awkward. But I had all the confidence to talk to Windy.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We were very confident talking to Windy, the poor bloke.
Windy's a very nice person.
He is.
Like,
He's absolutely
great
wonderful.
For a chat. Before the game in the social club, it was Windy, it was Brad Crouch, and it was Seb Ross. Yeah, and the three of them they're just really, really lovely.
Yeah,
really nice to speak to.
Yeah, it was unreal. Like.
That was like a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah,
so.
genuinely.
It's exciting, isn't it? Like there's like going in the rooms. I've been only once before, and it's just so exciting. You're right.
It's
like,
so exciting.
Yeah,
and
so
these blokes who were initially in front of us could tell how excited we were. I was actually holding Soz's hand on the way there because I'm like it's squeezing. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to look. Like this is all too overwhelming. And then he saw how excited we were and he was like, hop in front. And we're like, okay.
Thanks, bye.
No, it was absolutely awesome. Yeah.
What a weekend.
So lucky.
We saw a win. We went in the players' room. Oh, God.
You love to hear it.
went to platform after.
Oh, cute.
I didn't get rejected. Side note, it was because my shoe was broken the week before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if anyone saw me the week before, I didn't get in because my shoe broke. So I was allowed in this time because I wore new shoes.
Yeah, they judged you
Happiness.
too harshly. Yeah. Yeah.
But to be fair, I was leaving and I was like, why can't I walk? And I was like, oh, yeah, because the heel of my shoe's fallen off.
Oh, no. Ugh.
To throw them in the bin.
Not the best weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend, new shoes.
This
better.
weekend, unreal.
I'm a new person.
Unreal. Yeah.
New shoes, new me. Love it. Well, I mean, there's really no negatives other than going to give us a little whack. Kat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
The media, like, just
Suck.
shut up, man. I was watching oh my God, what's it called?
What is it called?
One of the talk shows.
Which one? Last night?
The one with Joey in it. Which one's Joey
Oh,
on?
was it First Crack?
Yeah, First Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was watching First Crack, and there was an entire segment about how shit Essendon are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how shit Essendon are and what Merritt's problem is and what Stringer's problem is and Parish and, you know, every Tom, Dick and Harry who wears a Essendon jumper. And I think that there were about 30 seconds of praise
Yeah.
to St Kilda for how good we were. And I'm like, okay, it wasn't like a lucky win, right? We absolutely demolished them.
Yep.
Our inside 50s were the best that they've ever been.
Yep.
And hence that little stat that we were talking about before. We are now 6th in the competition from the last 4 rounds in our scores from entering inside 50. And we don't get any credit for it. And we never will because we are the St Kilda Football Club.
Yep.
But it literally makes me not want to listen
Yep.
to this. It's like propaganda, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like cry me a river, Essendon. Like, you know, you're out of the finals thanks to us. Grinch that stole Christmas. Good on you, Ross. And it's just, I don't know. It's getting me really frustrated. And next year when we win the flag, they'll still probably find something to pull apart with us. And it's just, it gets really annoying after a shit year.
Yep.
And then we have a good
Run of it.
and then we still get shat on. Yeah.
I agree with that. Like you play it both ways, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to look, the heat should be on Essendon.
Mm.
It absolutely should. Side note, I feel really bad for Zach Merritt. He's doing it week in, week out. He's putting the team on his shoulders. No
One
one's
with the
going with him.
Lamborghini.
What's that?
See the one with the Lamborghini?
Is he? Can you imagine? I don't know. Or is
Random.
it- Imagine. Good for him. No,
One
but
of them
like-
does.
but I digress. That's it. Can you give us some praise as well? Because
Yeah.
people were very quick to jump on us mid-year, and rightly so. We were playing like shit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Kane Corn spoke about us for an hour and a half telling us what's wrong with us. And then they can't give us 30 seconds to say what's right with us.
Yeah, come
And
on.
it's just a bit like,
the shame.
it's just like piss off.
You tune in because
know?
you like give us a pump up. And
Yeah.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, and that's literally one of the reasons why I did watch it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Never mind then.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, the Melbourne game. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
great.
sick. Right.
Never
But then
mind.
they hyped Hawthorn up like, yes, Hawthorn can go
They
away.
love Hawthorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, same. But
Yeah,
like,
they're playing
yeah.
really well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's frustrating. Isn't
It
it?
is.
Give us a little.
Yeah.
Bit
give
of
us some love.
Give us a little.
But you know
little
what?
cheeky
That's
cuddle.
why we're here, girls.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
All love all the time.
Yeah.
Side note, can I do like a little whack, like a little
Mhm.
If you saw that video going around on social media of the Essendon supporters hanging over the fence and absolutely
Yep.
like just saying some like they're the same people who troll. I swear to God.
Mm.
Get a life
Mm.
to like hang over the fence and scream that sort of shit at what a club you're meant to support.
Mm.
Grow up, get stuff.
Why
like
would
that.
they want to come back next week and give you everything that they have?
And grow up. You're not entitled to
Yeah.
anything. Like you're not
Yeah.
entitled to if you think you pay your money, you're entitled to that. Disgusting.
And then there was other Essendon fans saying, oh, they were St Kilda fans that were throwing the insults.
Who would do that?
When the Saints are out doing high fives and celebrating, I don't think any Saints fans are going to want to bother
Yeah.
yelling
Yeah.
at Essendon.
Hanging over the
Yeah.
fence. Yeah.
And there's literally like video footage, hun.
yeah.
You can see
So,
that they're Essendon supporters.
That's it. So
Like,
grow up.
God.
All right. Well, I mean, we could talk about the game all day and we could, but probably best that we look to some red, white, and black mail.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
Woo!
Welcome back, everyone.
Yay.
It's time for a bit of red, white, and black mail.
Thank you for sending in the questions.
Thank
we
you.
love it.
That's it. We do. We love
These
it.
are funny. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the bottom. Where was the halftime live on Instagram? I was waiting.
Look,
We have banned ourselves.
what happens in the box stays in the box, I reckon.
Yeah.
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 That was fun. If you did check in on our live the other week, that was thank you for joining.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. That's been deleted. And
And we are also sorry that you joined.
On the weekend, I was saying, Kat, let's go live. And she's like, oh, no, I forgot about that.
that's funny.
Okay. This one, if Max King was ready to come in next week, who comes out?
Oh,
Oh, it's a good one.
It is a good one. I'm not saying names this week.
that's a really good question.
I'm going to say, because I already said, I'm going to take out Higgins.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Dan Butler more.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Okay.
controversial given that I've been flying the flag for him. But for the last few weeks, I'd probably say Membry, just because to A, give him a rest, but also B, and with total respect, he's not the future. So, play Maxi instead of Timmy purely on like future aesthetics, not on form.
Yeah. I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no shade. I love Tim Membry.
Yeah. 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 Me too. And I think he's had a ripper 2 weeks as well.
Good for him to have another good week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more that I would like to see like how King meshes with the young boys
100%.
and in their finest form.
Yep.
And then I love Higgins and Butler way too much to pick between them.
Yep.
So yeah,
Mountain.
that's my answer. Yeah, Mountain. That's my answer.
Yeah.
But then when Liam Henry comes back, that's not part of the question.
Yeah.
Where would Liam Henry fit?
It's a good problem to have, isn't it?
Mm.
Bloody good problem to have.
We've got our swingman Caminiti. Maybe you can just whoosh.
No, but
True.
this is where Caminiti's great as a swingman because he can, touch wood, we don't get any injuries ever, but it's inevitable,
Yeah.
right? And if he's a stopgap filler,
True.
love it.
True.
Kick the Bombers out of the 8. Tick. Surely Rowan is all Australian ruck.
Has to be.
Absolutely.
Yes. I agree.
Absolutely. Remember talking about this a few weeks ago and, how he's done it on his own this year? I think you said that. So I was like, he's totally done it, him, no one else. I mean, obviously he's had some support, but other rucks have had arguably backup support. He absolutely needs to be part of that conversation.
Yes.
Who would be up there? Like if anyone were to overtake him, who would it be? Would it be Gorney?
Grundy.
You reckon?
People are saying
Look,
Cherry.
Grundy's had a good year.
No.
Really?
People are saying Cherry.
Get out of it.
Nah, it has to. It has
I
to be
think
Bro.
Gone. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, Grundy had a very good first half of the year. I don't know about the second.
Yeah,
Rowan
but
Marshall.
Marshall's been consistent.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah, okay, has to be Roe then. Locked in.
Bang.
Oh, this is a mean one. If you love something, do you let it leave? King won't reach his potential at St Kilda. Do we trade? I think he'll reach his potential.
I agree. Yeah.
If he was playing in our current side with the confidence that we have, I think he would be excelling. He would be the one kicking the 5-6 goals a week.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
I'd rather you didn't.
All right. Then no. Then I won't.
Okay, go for it.
I really like Max King as a person. I really like his talents as a footballer. You can see what he's got. This comment purely comes from thinking about Max King and what's best for Max King. And I reckon what could be best for Max King is to not play at St Kilda.
Wow.
Just like with the pressure. And think about Joe Danaher. He's played his best football in Brisbane when he's gotten out of the fishbowl. His brother Ben is up on the Gold Coast playing very good football.
Yeah.
He's been a bit inconsistent the second half of the year. Just thinking for his sake, if he's able to get his body right and start afresh somewhere, that might be best for him. I bloody hope his best football's at St Kilda. Of course I do.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about him as a person, and all the hate that he was copping, the last game he played for us. It's hard on
Wouldn't
a
that
young
happen
kid.
anywhere though?
I think it's less likely to happen in Melbourne. Or
Okay.
Melbourne or South Australia or
Yeah.
WA with the footy fish bowls. If you went
Okay.
if you went north of Victoria, it's so less likely to happen.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. They're rugby towns.
The Max King to Tasmania.
He's a devil. No, I want him to stay at St Kilda. Don't get me wrong. But if it gets to the point where there's potential there and we could profit off of that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It'd be a hard day for
very hard.
For us though.
Very hard.
I just think our midfield has been working so much better.
Yeah, you're right.
That if Max was in the team, maybe he would be able to take those marks.
You're totally right. It's
And
a shame
Trace
he
have been
can't
so
come in.
much, yeah.
You're so right. It's
But
a shame
are they
he can't
so
come in.
good because he's not in there?
Hard to say.
Because we don't have that Max King game plan where we aim for his head.
And it's less about him not being in there, but I get what you mean. It's more that, that the gameplay isn't so Max-centric.
Yeah.
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 It's hard, and we will never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
we'll
such
never
a
know.
shame, you're right, that he can't fit into that confident side at the minute.
Yeah.
Does anyone else notice Higgins' disappointment in himself when he misses goals?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then someone needs to hug Higgins when he misses goals. Boy loves his goals.
Loves the snag. Yeah, but it's good. I love someone that's got high standards for themselves,
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Like his set shots haven't been what we've seen in the past.
He's a big confidence player. Remember when that Missy Higgins stuff came out, like all over the media and stuff, and then he was obviously quite open about that, and that really affected him.
Yep.
And you can't switch that off overnight.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's a big confidence player because when
Mm.
he's on,
Mhm.
there's no stopping
He's
him.
Yeah.
But it's been rare that he's been like
On.
in top fine form. So
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah. And he's still young. It might, because he's won a flag, I'm like, oh, he must be 30. 25.
He
Yeah.
didn't
Still
play,
a baby.
he didn't
Yeah,
play
he's
in any
young.
of those.
I thought he won the Richmond one.
He was there, but he wasn't in the side. Butler was.
Really? I swear Higgins won.
Oh, I'm
maybe not.
I'm probably wrong, but I don't think he did. Yeah. Get him a flag and get him
Yes.
with
Yeah.
the chocolate in his
Aw.
mouth. You know that old picture where he's being held up and he's like, like a timeout or something.
Yeah.
I want to give Zach Jones a flag and I want to give Higgins a flag.
Zachy.
Maybe Riley Bonner can have a flag. Give everyone a flag.
I feel like everyone
You
has
get
a flag.
You get a flag.
Oprah.
And that was it. So thank you everyone for the questions.
Love it.
Red, white and blackmail. We ask it every Sunday, Monday. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
I love it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We've got another game at Marvel. It's just sort of stock standard this week, isn't it? Like, another game at Marvel, another game at Marvel.
so keen.
Back in the traditional St Kilda time slot of 4:40 on a Sunday.
Yes.
Why do you love it so much?
Well, I mean, I'm being selfish in the sense that like I play footy on a Saturday
Yeah.
and I'm normally like rushing, whether it's an afternoon or night game, and I am exhausted after I touch the ball 3 times on the footy field. Like it's just so much.
But those 3 touches are
They're elite. And my 16 behinds it. Like it's just so much. It's so much. I'm being selfish when I see a 4:40 time slot. I'm like, yes, I can sleep in on a Sunday. Then I can just get ready at my own pace, catch the train.
Love it.
And it's a good excuse to be responsible because I have work the next day.
Yeah, fair.
We love.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I like having the whole weekend to do my thing. I don't
Yeah.
have to waste Sunday like I did yesterday. I can't wait to just spend the whole weekend watching the Olympics and then end it with a St Kilda win over Brisbane.
How good's the Olympics? I will watch anything.
Yeah.
I love the Olympics. It's elite. Yeah, I mean, I'm just sort of like, I'm a bit of a grandma now. I'm like, but it finishes so late. Yeah, but no, it's good. It's good to be back under the roof. It's great that we're getting our footy fix. I felt like in the first half of the season, it was almost like part-time footy, you know, like, but to get there again would be fantastic. Brisbane, I think, are the form team of the comp at the minute.
Yes.
They are playing very, very good football.
I think they're current flag favourites.
They are.
Yeah.
And I think they've won their last 8 or 8 of their last 9 or something like that.
I think we started their streak.
Classic. But we played quite well against them up at the Gabba earlier in the year, if you recall. Like we weren't. Do you recall? Do you recall that game when you were up there?
For life, baby.
Yeah. No, but do you recall?
No, that was great. Yeah, we
played it right.
It was a great game.
Yeah, we played it right. So
best weekend of my life.
I think Brisbane Vegas, baby. But like, there's no reason why we can't, based on current form.
Yeah,
I think we take it right up to Brisbane on the weekend.
I do.
And wouldn't surprise me if we get out of the line.
I am stupidly confident.
So am I.
After that performance, stupidly confident.
Good though.
Do you think we'll see any changes to the list?
I don't think so. No one got injured.
There were no injuries.
Was Windy due back soon? Because I would love to see my boy Marcus.
Actually, Windy, I think, is another 2 weeks away. But Ross, in his presser, said that Filippo should be right to come in on the week.
I thought that it was.
Yes.
I thought that it was season ending. They said, initially.
Apparently not.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, but who comes out?
Burns.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say Bonner rather than Burns.
Yes.
Wrong.
I live and die Ronnie Burns.
I live and die Riley Bonner.
It's a nice problem to have, isn't it?
I was going to say, we haven't beat the Lions in so long, and I think we are due.
Yeah, and they're due for a loss too.
Yeah, and it'd be so
when
nice if it was
Sydney
us.
were and when Essendon were. It's in the
like I
bag.
said, I don't see us losing. I think we're just going to win until we win the flag this year or next year.
This is our winning streak. We don't lose until after the grand final next year.
After the grand final when we win, whichever year that is.
21-25.
Oh.
No, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
super
think.
keen.
Yeah, I think we're in with a good shot. And look, even if we don't, isn't it nice to be at this time of the year to be like, no, we're not going to make it, but we're playing some right footy.
Yes.
Just feeling good about going.
And there's so many sour fans out there. Carlton, Essendon, Collingwood. Not us. We're like, who cares? We're winning.
Saints Footy, baby.
And you know what? We're just so happy and like it's so nice. And I've been talking to so many people that we've all met like through the club this year and things like that. It's just so nice to be around your Saints mates.
Yes.
Isn't
And
it?
like, you know, if the boys show up and play their best as we have done the last 4 weeks, you know, it's just like a vibe.
It's good,
like
isn't
get
it?
down.
Such a
It's
good
such
vibe.
a vibe.
And that's
we love it.
We've only got a month
So
of
good.
footy left. Like, come on down, get amongst the
Enjoy
good
it.
vibes. Come on, like, try and sit with R29 if you can.
Yeah.
Get into the social club before the game if you can. It's $10 if you're not a social club member, but there's actually really good food on offer. There's good drinks. There's Q&As with the players and some signings before the game as well.
And a decent host, semi-decent host.
Not bad. Not bad on a good day. Not bad on a good day. No, it was good.
Yeah.
The other Windy was like on Saturday, he's like, it's a good view from here. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
No, it was nice. They were nice. So
Poor Windy.
plus there's raffles. There's raffles. Who doesn't love a
Yes.
raffle?
True.
So yeah, I think everyone should get down and spread the good vibes.
That's it.
We're not going to do ones that went away this week because we've already done it earlier in the season. And look, I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but we were going to do some AFLW chat. It's actually been quite a long podcast today
Yeah.
because there's something pretty special that we're going to release pretty
Yes.
soon. A nice chat with someone who might have used to wear the red, white and black himself.
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We've done our first interview today.
Yes. Yes. So we'll just leave it on that spicy
Yes.
little tidbit there.
Yeah.
But
Before we wrap up, I just want to ask official tips. So
good.
For Saints. Saints.
yeah.
Saints versus Lions Saints.
Yeah,
That's
how
it?
much?
Oh, but how much? Okay.
How much? Yes.
I'm like waiting for your brain to like click.
I thought you said tips. I'm like, yes, we win.
But how much?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to say 13. 13 points.
Nice.
I'm going to tips this week, and I say that we win by 24, and Coopy's going to kick 4.
Oh, I
Yay.
love that.
Yep.
I'm going to say Saints by 4.
Yep.
And Dougal Howard has
Oh my god.
Dougal Howard kicks a goal.
And Dougal Howard, yes.
and he has 29 contested marks.
Oh my god.
I hope not. That means the ball's down their end a lot.
Yeah, but he has saved every single inside 50.
The innkeeper isn't even dry on that AVO, and you're already. No, I'm joking.
Well,
I'm joking.
sorry, guys. I felt like I hadn't spoken about him enough this podcast, so
No.
I had to end it on a good note.
No, Dougal's a friend of the podcast.
He is, yeah,
we love
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he supports us, which
It's
is
true. It's true.
thank you, Doogie Wiggy.
Thank you, Doogie. And if you like Dougal Howard and you want to be a friend of the podcast, at Red White Black Chat on Instagram,
Yes.
as well as at Sainted Love. Sainted Love's at almost 1,000 followers, I believe. If
Fully
not over,
famous.
which is
Nice.
which is exciting. It's good to build a community.
Yep.
So while we're up and about, jump on board. Why not? We're all
Yeah.
about good vibes. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to say before. It's just like awesome.
Who
Like,
doesn't love joy?
yeah, that's it.
That's what we're all about. Well, it was a joyous win on the weekend. Let's make it 3 from 3 against. Who are we playing?
We've
The
already
Lions.
beat
Against
the-
the Lions.
We've ruined Essendon's chance of making finals.
You love to
We've
see it.
ruined Sydney's chance of winning the flag because now they're in a slump. And we're going to ruin the Lions' chance of winning the flag.
You love to see it. Oh, yeah.
Grinch is here.
Thank you for joining us, Red, White, and
Thank
Black
you.
Chat.
We
We'll
love
see you
you
next week.
guys.
Bye.
Come the Saints.
Go Saints.